Investing your money when you first start out can be an extremely daunting task. You, of course, want to make sure that your money is going in the right places to give you the best chance for a financially free future. And with all the different thoughts and opinions, things can get quite difficult when it comes to making an investment decision. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you 6 different ideas on how you can invest £500 every single month. And more importantly, I'm going to be going through each idea and telling you what type of person I think that investment idea would suit best. So if that is something you are interested in, hit that like button down below and let's get started. Okay, so you are now in the position where you can invest £500 every single month. And let's just start by saying, good job. In the UK, the average British person only manages to save around £105.43 a month, so you are already 5 times ahead of the curve. However, investing £500 a month isn't likely going to make you rich overnight, well, unless you invested in Bitcoin, of course, in about 2017, but one thing it can do over a long period of time with consistent reinvestments and patience is build complete financial future, putting you on the right steps to retiring a very, very rich person. Okay, so let's start off with idea number 1, and I've said this multiple times in previous videos, and I will continue to say it again, and that is if you have any high interest debts, make sure they are paid off first before you think about doing anything. Having high interest debts can cripple your monthly income, and it is money you are simply just burning away, simply from the fact of just owing money. And if you do have £500 a month to invest right now and you still have debts, the likelihood is, well, of course it's going to happen. If you do pay those debts off, you are going to have even more to invest with once you're in the green. Swiftly moving on to number 2, and that is to put your money into a lifetime ISA. If you didn't know, the Lifetime ISA is a government-approved scheme where you can put up to £4,000 every single year and receive a government bonus up to £1,000. So for example, if you put in £500 a month, the government will match this with an additional £125 every single month until it hits that £1,000 cap, which is an absolutely amazing benefit. One thing to note though is the only time you can actually withdraw this money with the additional government bonus added is if you are either going to buy your first home or if you are over the age of 60. So, if your primary goal is to either save money for a house or you are looking at a solution for long-term retirement and you want a completely financially risk-free solution, this could be absolutely perfect for you. Option number 3 is investing into index funds and ETFs. So if you didn't know, an index fund is basically a collection of stocks from either a certain market or sector. And what you basically do, instead of buying an individual stock, you would buy a little bit of every stock included in that fund. For me, this is an absolutely brilliant low risk investment to make for the long term that you don't really have to think or worry about too much. You can simply just keep investing each month without having to research the stocks, because what you are almost doing is investing into the entire market. For example, I invested into a fund that tracks the S&P 500, which covers the top 500 companies in America. And when you ask me, do I have fears of losing all my money? The answer is simply no, because number 1, you are basically betting on America to fail, which has never happened so far. And let's say the S&P 500 did go to 0, that would mean that every big company in America would have shut down, meaning the world is probably coming to an end and I would have a lot more to worry about than a couple £1,000 in my bank account. So who is ETF and index fund investing best for? Once again, for me, it has to be the investor that has a patient and long-term mindset. Otherwise, this will not work at all. And it also has to be the person that wants to take a little bit more risk, but a very small one, I must add, than the government schemes that I just mentioned. One final tip for those that are looking to invest into index funds and ETFs is to make sure that you look to do that within a stocks and shares ISA. This way you can invest up to £20,000 per year and be free of any capital gains tax in the future. Option number 4, and a natural progression from this, is of course to invest into individual stocks and shares. This is simply the process of picking out companies that you think the stock price will rise in time and ones that can potentially pay you a nice dividend each year. Obviously, there is a lot more to it than just that. A lot of research will need to be made, understanding company financials, and of course, there is going to be a higher risk when it comes to investing like this. Also, one thing to note is unlike index funds and ETFs that I just mentioned, if the individual stock that you invested into went bust, then so would you. One thing I like to do to lower my risk and stop anything like that from happening is to typically invest into larger global companies that I believe will still be around 10 years from now. For example, some of my main holdings include Apple, Facebook, Coca-Cola, and my most recent addition is Disney stock. And when you sit back and think about it, not one of these companies can you imagine not existing 10 years from now, but you never know, and that is the risk you just have to take. So who is individual stock investing perfect for? Well, this is perfect for the person that wants to invest into the stock market, but one that likes to take on a little bit more risk than investing into index funds, and one that is looking for a much higher reward. Now, if you wanted to go down this route and you didn't know where to start, then I highly recommend signing up to FreeTrade, which is a commission-free trading platform where if you sign up with my link down below and just deposit £1, you will actually receive a free stock worth anything between £3 and £200 for free. Option number 5 in ways to invest £500 a month is actually just starting a business. For me, as someone that actually started my reselling business with just £500, this has been an absolutely fantastic way to invest my money. If you're somebody that is working full time but you hate your job and you want to quit and start working for yourself, or maybe you're just someone that wants to earn extra income so you can potentially invest even more across the other options that I've spoken about, starting a business is a really great option. And just taking myself as an example and looking at my reselling stats, which I will pop up on the screen, in my first year of reselling, I was able to make a net profit of £13,337.12, which is a return on investment of 50.64%, which absolutely smashes any kind of investment that I've just spoken about completely out of the water. If you actually did want any information on actually starting a reselling business specifically, I actually have a playlist on my channel with over 100 videos just on that topic, so make sure you head over there and check that out. Option number 6 is a bit of a cliche one, but one I still very much believe in and I am extremely passionate about, and that is investing into yourself. Investing into yourself could include investing into some coaching, working on your physical or mental health, or maybe buying upgraded equipment for your current business. Once again, using myself as an example, when this YouTube channel was on 1,000 subscribers, I made the conscious decision to reinvest into myself and spend over £2,000 on new equipment to improve my quality and my recording setup. This has then in turn rewarded me with more subscribers, more views, more affiliate sales from various products that I promote, and also some sponsorships along the way. And I think this really does have a lot to do with the quality upgrade that I made around 2 years ago. And when this does look like a £2,000 setback to start off with, in the short space of just 2 years, it has ended up making me so much more than that initial investment. I actually fully recommend this option to everybody, but even more so the young entrepreneur that is willing to take risks and willing to invest in themselves now for longer term gain. One thing you could actually do, now I come to think about it, is if you invested into the lifetime ISA where there is a max of £4,000 a year, like I said in this video, we're doing £500 a month, that means you then have £2,000 left over to completely reinvest into yourself. This way you're getting the best of both worlds, and to me that sounds like a pretty solid strategy. There you go guys, they're my 6 ways that you could potentially invest £500 every single month. Have a look at them, look at the situation you are in and make a decision based on that. What I'm going to do is throw some videos up on the side here that could potentially interest you as well. Hit the like button if you found this useful, and I shall catch you guys in the next one. Take care.